You got strange coins, and then
Fuck.
Oh, Ashley has an Xbox S.
Fuck.
That's
Go away,
awesome.
Ashley.
Bring it in.
Go away.
Oh, here's a PS4.
I love this.
Damn, I can't believe I was this wrong about it. Look at it. That motherfucker. I was wrong, Gus.
The only reason I know that is because at home
Burns to touch it.
There we go.
Burns for Greg Miller to touch the Xbox One.
I stacked my Xbox One S on top of my PS4 at home.
No, I mean, even this, I was arguing that it was way smaller. Here, it's bigger.
Yeah, it's bigger.
Man, once again, Sony comes out on top. Who
The
would've
Xbox
thought?
One S does have
Just
the
like
vertical
the
stand on
PlayStation
it.
Vita, out on top.
You see this?
Way better than the Microsoft
But
Portable.
the Slim is a little bit less heavy.
Yeah, because I'm always picking up my console, so that's great.
Yeah, stop trying to make fucking
It's not like the
excuses here,
GameCube with the
Burnie.
handle on it, though.
Oh my God.
That's the best portable console of all time.
it needs the Connect on it though.
Oh my god!
Damn!
Hope that wasn't your home console.
Into the glass of water.
Have you tried?
You make that Rooster Teeth money. You don't care.
You owe me a new console.
I know, I owe you a new console.
Has anyone gone through the process of trying to get the adapter for the Connect?
I need to do that.
God,
I'm saving it. I'm saving it.
You
What's
need to
on
get all
there?
the serial numbers.
No, rub it some more. Rub it.
Is your No Man's Sky on there?
Yeah, a little more.
I will say this: Ashley and JD played No Man's Sky
I mean, at
till
least commit to
4
the
in the morning. Like I went to bed, and JD just stayed up, and the two of them played it the entire time. I asked him the next day. It's like, so what'd you do in the game until 4 in the morning? Like, I don't know.
Harvest Gold.
I don't know what I did.
A few weeks ago, I'm going to catch these guys up. A few weeks ago, we had this discussion. You know, we get food in before the podcast every week. And a couple weeks ago, we had some In-N-Out brought in.
Oh, yeah.
And I was looking at one of the ketchup packets, and it said it was tomato ketchup. And I said, isn't that redundant? Like, isn't all ketchup tomato ketchup? And we found out that there are many kinds of ketchup.
What? No.
And we've got them all here.
Oh, gross.
My god.
All of the
Every kind of ketchup.
We've got all the ketchups here, and some French fries.
I like you
So
guys
that-
put
I'm
a
excited
table.
about this.
You guys put down a table that's literally the size of his other table.
But my beer's on this one. So we've got standard tomato ketchup.
Why is it blocked
Banana
out?
ketchup.
We've got banana ketchup.
That's not
it's blocked
ketchup.
out for a reason that I'll get to in a minute. We've
He
got
wants us to guess what kind of ketchup it is.
blackberry ketchup,
What
These are all
makes
the
it-
same.
What's the difference between ketchup
see,
and
this is-
jam?
blueberry ketchup,
No, this part is bullshit farmer's market
and
garbage.
raspberry chipotle
It's
ketchup.
our-
Fuck Farmer
So,
Tom
I
and
will say-
Farmer Susan and their
These look like farmers market stuff, like
Yeah.
you're talking about. Banana ketchup,
ketchup looks
apparently
kinda legit.
is very popular in the Philippines.
Motherfuckers from
okay.
San Francisco,
Looks
you
like-
cannot come in and talk about pretentious food. For 8 years, you worked across the street from a fucking grilled cheese restaurant.
Hey,
that's
don't
all
hate on
that they made.
place.
That's
No, there
all
was
they
two
made.
of them. There was two, and they competed.
So I asked
They
them,
were- they
Only
did.
in San Francisco.
You can also pay $15 right now for the best chicken parma of your life across the street.
Oh man.
How much was a
Shouts
grilled cheese at that
Americans.
place? Like
Oh, you don't wanna know.
$35?
You don't
It
wanna
was
know.
so
No,
expensive.
you don't wanna know.
A grilled cheese sandwich was legitimately probably $13.
Why do you guys? Why do you live in San Francisco?
Because that's where
You
IGN
have-
took us. That's
you
why
have
IGN
your
took
own
us there.
business, though.
Yeah.
You could just
Everybody's
Detroit.
entrenched now. Everybody's entrenched. They got families and shit.
So I asked them. I asked them to block off the names of the tomato ketchup because I wanted a fancy
well,
one and a
that's
generic
Heinz
one.
and that's Hunt's.
But I said maybe we could put it like in another dish that way nobody knows
What
what's
makes it
what.
fancy ketchup?
That's clearly
It's
Heinz.
got a green
That's,
label.
yeah. Well, the green,
organic.
no,
No,
yeah,
that's
I was gonna
right.
say organic.
And
That's
this
the
is
Heinz.
like
That's the
something
Heinz
else.
organic. That's the
What do you
Hunt's.
think fancy means for ketchup?
I think we kind of failed on
Yeah,
that.
that is a
front.
good question actually, because they do have fancy ketchup on
They
there
do.
too. That must mean
Fancy
something.
ketchup's a thing.
Hand
There's no fancy other
squeezed.
foods. Like
You
I
want
never
some
had a
ketchup?
fancy hamburger.
I mean,
Fancy
yeah.
feast is a
What kind of
thing.
ketchup do you want?
I want to try the
Much
Nana.
fancy feast.
The
No,
Nana?
no.
It looks like mustard. That's why I'm going for it.
Banana ketchup. How do we open this? All right.
Although, do you find that if you have an idea of a food in your head and then you have something different, it's wrong?
That's the thing is, I think if you just ate this and didn't know it was ketchup, you'd be like, all right,
That's
this
banana
is a sauce.
Gavin and I ate Kobe beef steak, which you can only
really
get
thick.
in Japan, and there's 8 restaurants in the U.S. that can sell Kobe beef. Have you
I
ever
feel
seen?
like I've been to more than 8
I see
restaurants
Kobe
that have
beef on the
that.
menu all the time.
There's always an
They're all
asterisk,
liars.
maybe.
They're all liars. Every last
Is this
one
like
of them.
champagne,
It
where
smells
champagne
like-
can technically only come from Champagne?
You are
but
There is an
Correct.
exception.
These are cold
there
and
are
flaccid.
some places in Northern California that
Story
are
of my
allowed to
life.
make champagne
yeah.
and
I
market
can't
it
have
as
a cold.
champagne.
A
But
cold
guys, I was
In-N-Out
telling
fry.
them that there's 8
out.
places in the
I'll do it.
U.S.
I want the nanners.
There's 8 places in the U.S. that can sell Kobe beef,
Interesting.
and everyone else who says like they have a Kobe beef burger, liars.
The line.
What?
How is it? Is it good?
It's fucked up because it just tastes like ketchup.
It's just yellow ketchup.
It's just vinegar.
Let me get one of those. Can you pass one down?
I mean, all the flavor from ketchup comes from vinegar, right?
We
So
don't
it's
know,
really just
Dr.
different color.
Tom.
Was that an insult?
I don't
I'm not sure
know.
I'm not sure what happened right
Why'd
there.
you feed me so many beers?
I had 2 beers.
This does just taste like ketchup.
I went to go eat chicken wings.
Is the
with
nanner ketchup
Greg.
melt
That's
beer?
just jam.
That's some blueberry ketchup.
Okay, now you didn't shake this up at all.
Oh, that I'm not happy
Hey,
with
that
that.
fell out of the jar. I couldn't even pour that.
Yeah, that's just like ketchup.
Yeah.
Basically, they can make anything into ketchup.
Yeah,
just
shout
shut
out
up.
to bananas.
Right.
You guys won.
Look, it
You guys
doesn't. It
won.
doesn't move.
Yo,
It doesn't
want to give a shout out to
uncongeal.
bananas right now?
Would you just chug that cup?
That's blueberry.
Sure.
Oh God, no,
God,
God, no.
no. Jesus.
I will
God.
give you $1.
Gavin,
from
do you know
my
how much
wallet.
money I make on Patreon? I don't need you.
Oh,
it's not
wow.
even taking. It's not even taking this.
It's
ketchup.
not taking it.
The blackberry ketchup's a lot smoother.
Which one was this?
That's
Smoother
blueberry.
than what?
Oh,
Than the
Are you?
blueberry.
How come you're not eating any of
Because I
this?
hate ketchup.
Oh wow, that's actually ketchup. This one. Look at that.
you want some cold fries?
I don't really like cold fries.
What
I
is
just
your
can't
problem
Gus,
have
we're
with
cold
learning nothing from this.
No, we're having
Banana
fun.
ketchup is just ketchup.
fries. We're having fun.
The blueberry ketchup wasn't anything. This is blackberry.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
blackberry.
blueberry like doesn't even taste like anything. It's like the water of ketchups.
You ate that way too slowly.
And raspberry
I don't
chipotle over
remember
here.
this one.
Wow, what's wrong with bad? Does it taste
It's
like?
not bad. It's all just like maple syrup, though.
So it's just weird on a fry.
This is a no go.
Just you take a sip of this.
I
Just
like
take
it.
a sip
Kind of
this
funny
one.
taking a hit for us on this.
Take a sip of that. Just take a sip. Chug it.
Do it.
Just a sip. Just a sip. Just a sip.
I'll
There.
put a little tonguey.
Okay. There it is. You got the tonguey.
You know when you go to IHOP and you're
Oh,
upset
I don't like the smells of this.
because
Which
they're
one
out
is
of all
this?
the other
That's
syrups?
the,
That's what
uh,
that one is.
The blueberry one?
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
one is that?
No,
Is that the
it's
one?
It's
in
the last one you
blackberry?
just poured.
Raspberry
Blackberry.
chipotle.
Raspberry chipotle.
That one smells dog.
Yeah.
I'm just eating fries at this point.
What? You're in them like strips of
Gavin,
fish.
Gavin, we had the worst waitress tonight when we went out.
Oh, my God.
I wanted to go eat chicken
How's that
wings
one? Real
with
fast.
Greg, and it was horrifying how bad a waitress she was.
You can have the chipotle in there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wipe my
This
hands on
one's
this,
all right.
this pillow.
The I love Hitler as a verb pillow. That's a
Make
bite
sure
the pillow.
Barb hugs it tight next time.
Then we got
Oh,
napkins.
here's a napkin.
Oh, sorry. Fuck
I was like, yeah,
Barb.
go for it. Yeah, I don't care. Here, I can take those off your hands.
Wait, so are we doing the other? I still
Yeah,
want.
would you like real ketchup?
Yeah, well, I mean, like one's Heinz, fine, done,
Cleanse
I got
the
it. What's
palate.
the in the Hunts and the like?
It looks like it.
Do we have? Do we know what's the differences?
Well, who takes a cap off a
Why
ketchup
don't you
like
just
that?
squirt it through the hole?
I don't
like a
eat
normal-
ketchup normally.
Clearly.
Just pour them all over the bowl of fries.
You never squirted ketchup through a hole?
No.
Do you open a can of Coke with a can opener?
No, that is not. That's a fucking lie, Gus. You've totally. at
Everyone
some
knows
point,
how ketchup works.
At
even
some
if
point, you've used ketchup.
you are
No.
you are around people who eat ketchup. You're around humans who eat ketchup.
For those of you
attention.
listening to the podcast, he unscrewed the lid at the top of a flip top like squirt bottle
And then he made a mess of the lid.
in
so
a
you're
massive hole
an
that he was
animal.
going to squeeze the ketchup out of.
Well, they have to compare the different brands.
All right.
God, the
So this,
noises.
do I have to unscrew that one? What is happening here?
By the way, Gus hates when people eat on the podcast. Greg,
Oh,
so-
do that.
It's fine.
Why are you just handing it to me? What do I do? with
You
it?
gotta test that one
You want me
too.
to take off the top and dump them in there?
I want you to see if you can tell the difference.
Here,
So-
here, I'm gonna pour him some.
We argue about
Oh,
the way
that's-
that language
Ah!
changes, like
Sure.
GIF or GIF. By the way,
GIF.
the
GIF.
It's GIF.
GIF.
you said GIF? I thought you said GIF. The whole
No.
IGN crowd said GIF.
No, that's
No, but
Colin.
me and
Only
Ashley got in
Colin
a
does
fight
that.
about this last
Only
time on
Colin
the
does
know because
that.
she's Little Miss Jif, and I'm like,
Little mischief.
nah.
Also, the spelling of woe and woe. That people.
Woa.
How do you spell the word woe? Spell
Whoa.
it. Just spell
If
it.
I would say whoa,
Just spell the word.
W-O-A-H.
That is
Wrong.
not a word.
W.
Whoa.
W-O-A-H.
Whoa.
I would say WHOA.
That's the
correct.
word. That's a word. Woe is a word. Woe
I went to
is
journalism
not a word.
school.
It never has been a word.
Hi,
But that's
Greg
okay.
Miller.
Language is changing.
And
on
the
the
Ian
internet.
has taught me
Twitter.
that, though.
Like coming up
The
on
internet,
half a million
Twitter,
followers.
you
Do you want
can
to
see
join?
the
Be a cool
trend
kid. Do
of
it.
like
I'm
woa
gonna do this
catching
now.
up to everything else. Wow. Yeah. However, there's no argument. Ketchup lost.
Yo, they lost hard.
Ketchup lost, right, Gus? The
It's like spelling.
of,
Yes.
I'm sorry, Gab, but it's like spelling color with a U. Like that's just.
Do
like,
you say ketchup?
Nah.
Do you spell it
Wow.
ketchup?
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to you, Gavin.
I don't know what you're talking about.
How do you spell ketchup?
I'm caught off guard.
Ketchup
The Hunt's
is spelled
better
like
than
it-
the
like Heinz
organic
spells.
Heinz.
Really?
Yeah.
The Hunt's is better.
Than the organic
Let's
Heinz.
see what it is. Oh, no. It's Hill Country Fair. It's
No,
like the
it's
store
salsa
brand.
to tomato.
It's like the generic HEB one.
Thanks.
Oh, so here's a great story from us San
Also just
Francisco
tomato.
guys. We get in a taxi yesterday, and we're going to HEB, and Greg's just like, "Hey,
take us
he's like,
to Heb?
where you go?" He's like, "Can we go to Heb?" The guy just like looks back at Greg, just like, "Do you mean HEB?"
Yeah.
It's a Texas grocery store. Texas
Yeah.
chain.
Thank you. Take
So
that all
here's
away.
what I have.
The B stands for
Thank you.
butts.
Yes, it does. Here, let's grab some of these too.
That's true.
Howard Edward Butts.
So would you like to hear what fancy stands for? Ketchup or catsup. Fuck off, Wikipedia. Traditionally, different recipes feature ketchup made of egg white, mushroom, oysters, mussels, walnuts, or other foods. What
Oysters?
the fuck?
Oyster
But
juice.
in modern times, the term without modification usually refers to tomato ketchup, called tomato sauce in Australia, South Africa, and India. It is sweet and tangy sauce. Where's the fucking fancy bit? Hold on 1 second. Here we go. Fancy. Some ketchup in the U.S. is labeled, quote, fancy. This is a USDA grade relating to specific gravity of the ketchup. Fancy ketchup has a higher tomato solid concentration than do other USDA
So it's
grades.
Wow.
It's ketchup with bits.
It's just higher weight,
It's more tomato.
more dense.
That makes sense
So
though.
it actually weighs
denser.
more.
Because when you go to the
I believe
fancy
so.
restaurants, they do have that ketchup that's like confusing because it's sweeter than it should be and it
Well,
has like the bigger chunks.
Yeah, but it's like when you go to the fancy, they make it themselves though. That's like I don't know if they're applying
Fucking restaurant are you eating then? Where the
super
ketchup has
duper burger,
chunks
super
in it?
duper
There's
burger.
chunks.
Chunks
super duper
in the
got it.
ketchup?
Thank you.
I know you live here in squalor of Texas.
Never.
Putting in-
Greg,
What is this?
This is what I'm talking about with the pretentious food in Northern California. You eat ketchup that has chunks in it?
Yeah.
Bernie,
Never heard
when
of
you
that.
come from Northern California,
crazy?
there's a few
You've never
things
heard
you
that.
get
No,
used
No,
to.
here's the,
Chunks.
Bernie, here's the thing. It's
I
not
wish we'd
necessarily
picked that up.
chunks, but the way you described it as the gravity is higher, that's a good way to put it.
If I hit a
the
chunk
gravity is
in my
higher.
ketchup, I'm done. I'm walking out of that
So
restaurant.
let me tell you
It's
something.
thick.
Ketchup is fucking disgusting.
Nah, it's
ketchup
good.
is gross.
It's vinegar.
It is sugar. It is just sugar. I don't
Yeah.
want it.
So
because
why would
vinegar.
you not want that on everything?
I do not want to put sugar on my
Guys,
french
I
fries.
hated ketchup for 26 years.
I've hated it for way longer than that.
I'm actually sad to say I'm okay with it now.
Why do you
Damn.
hate ketchup?
It's just. I don't
Ketchup's
know.
delicious.
It's just like sweetness. I don't know. I don't
May I
want
ask you a
anything sweet
question?
in my life. I'm afraid it'll change me.
Do you eat mustard?
Yeah, I love mustard.
Really?
Mustard's
you might
great.
be the only person I've ever met that will eat mustard but won't eat ketchup.
I'm like the
was
opposite
the
of Jack
same way.
Patillo.
Yeah, no, everybody who's got a little kid's palate, like Carrie and Jack Patillo, little kids hate mustard. They fucking, I hate, when I was
Like
a kid,
Colin.
I
Colin
hated,
hates mustard.
I hated mustard. And he won't eat a lot of stuff, I imagine, if he doesn't eat mustard.
Oh, sure. No, seafood.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll come in the house and I'll be cooking steak and they'll be like, you cooking seafood in here? I'm like, no, you don't even know what seafood smells like. You're an idiot.
What game are you playing here? So, Gavin and I, we had Kobe beef. That was excellent. And
It was not cheap.
I'm embarrassed to admit how much money that steak cost. It
Again,
was
you got
the-
taken for a ride
Well,
though. It's
here's
everywhere.
flat-
You can get it.
it's
You can get it in
not.
fucking Burger King.
Wagyu.
Here's my reasoning.
You get in
on
a
why,
Whopperito.
Here's why it wasn't expensive. Last time we sat down in that restaurant and we looked at the price and we thought, no, we'll be sensible. We won't have it. And that was 4 years ago, and we regretted it for 4 years.
It was 160,000 yen.
no, it wasn't.
Approximately. How much was it?
That's not that much. That's not bad.
160,000 yen?
I mean, that's expensive, but it's not like ridiculous.
Oh, wait.
That's like $1,000.
No, I don't think it is. Wait, carry the
60,000
two.
yen. That's
I think it is
Oh wait,
like-
it is $1,600.
It's $1,600.
I was thinking $160.
It was 16,000 yen.
Right. So we didn't get it.
Wait, yes.
We didn't get it, but then this time we're like, we'll get it this time. But technically, because it's split across 2 trips, one of which where we didn't get it, it's only really half the price that we paid.
But you paid
Nailed it,
effort
nailed
twice.
it.
Yeah, it's a good way to
So you
look
got to
at it.
factor that into the meal.
it's true, and we did have to fly to Japan twice.
And JD goes, I would like a Kobe beef steak as well. And I literally said, you can have one next time. I would just, no way. I'm not going to
He's not going to appreciate that.
14-year-old
It
kid,
was
it was $180 steak.
Was it
Was
good
it
though?
worth
Was
it,
it good?
It was delicious.
And get this, it was 180 grams. $1 per gram.
Yeah. I don't know what that means in terms
Yeah, I was
of
gonna
real
say,
weight.
what does that mean in
Have
like
fun, our
American
American viewers
weights?
figuring out how much that actually is.
When we talk about grams, we're
No,
talking about
this
that
is-
rock
That's
cocaine.
1,000th of a kilogram.
This is
How many
this-
meters?
This is how fucked up the UK system is. I said, "What is that in ounces?" He goes, "I don't know. I don't use grams." It's like, "Oh yeah, you're from the UK. They use the metric system for distances, but not for weights."
It's not consistent as that. It's for whatever lasted. We use Celsius now, but we don't. We still use feet and inches for height. We use stone and pounds for weight.
Dude, we're just
Miles
ridiculous.
we have
Yeah, well, how do you use miles?
usually on the roads.
1 gram is 0.035 ounces.
Oh, Jesus fucking God. And it's what?
And that
it's
makes sense to you?
180 ounces is a pound?
So how many is 180 grams? What is it? In pounds?
180 grams.
Or how many ounces is it? 180 grams?
6.34.
So we paid-
round up 6.35
We
ounces.
paid $180 for a
Damn.
6-ounce steak.
Oh my God.
And
Yep.
then
Should've
you
went to
threw a
Outback.
glass of water. on
Oh
it.
my God! You shouldn't have gone to Outback.
I love Outback.
Selling. I know
Outback
you.
sauce.
It was a really nice steak. It was very oddly good.
Twice a week, him and Kevin go to Outback Steakhouse, and I don't
Twice
know
a
what
week?
to do.
It's not twice a week. It's
For
like
a month and a
once
half,
a
it
week.
was twice a week, was it not?
It was a stressful time.
Okay, thank you.
How many blooming onions
How do you
eat?
know when it's an Outback night? Do you like make eye contact with
Kevin,
Kevin?
Kevin does this. Hey Tim, you want to go to Outback tonight? He's like, yeah. They go to Outback. They're
it's
like what?
accurate.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to pizza, or Tim and Kevin to Outback Steakhouse.
What do you get at Outback?
Do you have a regular
I get
booth?
the Outback special, which comes with you get the 9-ounce steak and some coconut shrimp. How you not gonna get that coconut
So wait, you get the
Dude,
same
you are
thing?
going to Japan for
Every time you get the
$180
same
steaks.
thing?
It's like $20 total.
In our defense, Gavin is correct. The last time we went there, we saw the price. We said we can't do this. We can't do this. And this time we said we can't do this.
now you're
but
movie
we
stars.
I
didn't
feel like
do it last time.
I feel like it was a little bit disappointing after you said that it was $1,600. And
I do. It wasn't that expensive. It was $180. Which there's been people that paid more than that for a meal, but it was just still crazy.
Did I tell you what happened to me on the flight back?
No.
One of my headphones exploded.
Really?
Yeah. And I realized it was my fault. I had a pillow, like they give you a pillow so you can have a little kip on the plane, and I sort of rolled over, but it's those tight where it's really staticky. And I built up a lot of static, and then I swung around, and the wire from my headphones scraped across the pillow, and it went and flew out of my ear.
Really?
Yeah, and it doesn't work now.
Sounds like you dreamed that. That sounds like a dream.
It really happened.
Were they good headphones?
The earbuds?
No, like crappy Apple ones. Have you ever had that happen?
No.
I haven't either. I didn't know
That's
that was
so
a thing.
weird.
But you built up the static in the pillow
Or in my body, or like between us. We were
so much that it exploded in
yeah,
your
like
earbud.
it sent a shock into the end of the headphones, and it blasted out my ear hole.
We all remember the horror movie Shocker. This is pretty much how it started.
It is. Gavin is now a superhero.
I couldn't believe it. It took me very much by surprise.
Having a headphone malfunction on a flight is terrible.
Oh God.
A couple of
Yeah.
The most disappointing thing we've ever heard in our entire run is kind of funny is we're doing Let's Play Live this weekend in Chicago. You should go buy it at
tickets on sale now.
Go buy
RashidLive.com.
There you go. There you go. We got an email that straight up said,
Put it on.
"Hey Greg, you're not allowed to take your shirt
Doesn't
off
look like it's my size,
in
Gavin.
Chicago."
Really?
Stick it
Yeah,
on.
because the Chicago theater does not allow male nudity. So we're kind of like, here, get it now.
It'll be $50,000
Okay, let me tell you
if
something.
I take my shirt
What
off.
if-
Let's Play Live.
We can
At
do a
Let's Play
Kickstarter.
Live.
Greg,
Do it.
we'll do a GoFundMe.
What if
like a
Company would
glove.
just
I've
blow
got a
over
question.
that.
What if under your shirt you're wearing a training bra
I think I'd be all right.
and you take your shirt off and you got your bra on, it's covering your bits, and you change your shirt?
I did this once on
Bikini
Twitch.
top.
I did this once on Twitch with a kind of funny tank top that was a female tank that covered my nips. Wow, I got breasts.
What if
they're
we
like,
had a
Why
dude?
didn't anyone tell me this? This shirt is not flattering at all.
I mean, honestly, here's the thing.
Yeah.
It feels the same as a female breast.
Like, well, now I feel like we're crossing the line. Okay,
I'm not
well,
sure.
now, Gav, give me your impression.
So how does the Chicago theater feel about
Nah, that's
female
way more
nudity, then?
fun.
See, I think here I look all right, but here, look at the shadows.
Oh, it's no,
No,
look
you-
at
yeah,
the
you-
shadow.
you're working
Feel
the
that.
posture
Feel when
well.
he's forward without the flexing.
You're working that posture well.
Give me your hand. Give me your hand. Give me your hand. I'll see you at the Chicago Theater Friday. Will I blow $50,000 of Rooster
RashidLive.com.
Teeth's money?
So is it the
tickets.
nipples they don't want? Like, can you cut nipple holes, and that's also illegal there?
Probably.
Let's
You know?
find out.
Who's
Let's
the
find out.
person at the Chicago? What's this Chicago theater that you're going to? Gramercy Theater?
Chicago Theater.
Chicago Theater. God,
Who's
do you
the
know
person?
anything that happens
Who's
at
the
this company
person who's working at that theater who makes that determination? Who makes the call? Going,
Mr.
that was
Chicago
too much.
Theater.
That can you go midriff shirt?
Oh,
you
like
look
the
good
Team
in
Fat
the
thing.
midriff.
Thank you very much. I
You
do
look
good
great
in
in that. You
I
wear
don't
that
know.
at the PAX Rumble?
I don't think that counts as. I mean, like, yeah, it would look like this. I
But
don't
at
think
some
this
point
counts as
that
male
becomes
unity.
50 grand.
Yeah.
Like literally the distance from here to here is 50 grand.
From 0 to 50.
You feel like it's got to be the nips, right? That's what's got to be it.
I mean, the nips are what upset people. You know, that you see on
Did you get-
Twitter, if you follow the right people, there's just a lot of people posting all these like almost naked pictures of them, and it's all good when there's no nip. The moment there's nip, that they get banned.
But I feel like
No,
Then
just
you have
Twitter's
to
fine.
refine their new Instagrams, and it's all
Yeah,
upsetting.
you can
What
post nips on
accounts?
Twitter.
Wait, let's
you can't
tell the
You
accounts.
can't post
You
nips on
can't?
Instagram.
Oh, there's a whole bunch.
Instagram, yeah.
But I also feel like nips on their own aren't offensive. Like just nipple holes, that That's not even that bad.
Can I get a
take
pair of
you up on
scissors?
that.
We'll try it out. Give me a pair of scissors. We're gonna try out the Chicago
All right,
Tim, you should
theater.
name those accounts.
There's a lot of.
By name.
I'm not going to name the accounts.
Very specific.
They're good accounts. They're great.
Who?
accounts.
I got.
Should name
Daryl,
them.
Nick,
Daryl.
Let me finish the story.
Daryl
Daryl
Story
XOXO.
sent you
Go.
doing something.
I was gonna read something,
get a pair
but
of
So
Got
you'll
scissors.
never.
I saw him run in the room.
I
They
hate
got
to
no
spoil
scissors
the
this place?
short before it comes out, but fuck this Blaine. He wrote this thing and he's directing me, going to put me in this thing where I'm going to be naked and covered in goo. And then there's a scene that leads up to it. That the reason
We're gonna
oh,
see.
Christ.
Now again, remember.
be careful.
I haven't been drinking all day. I'll be fine.
careful. Oh, be careful.
He just cut his nip off.
You missed your own nipples.
Wait. What are you talking about?
Oh,
There's
you
one
got it.
right
You nailed
there.
it. Nailed it.
Now is this offensive, America?
Offensive. I don't like this.
You know what? I
Greg.
take it back.
I ask you, Donald Trump. Is this offensive?
This shirt available in
Same
the
question
Rooster
to Hillary
store
Clinton.
right
I don't
now.
know. I don't really know what's happening.
tear
in
down
America.
this wall.
Holy shit.
It
I
looks
don't like
worse in the
this.
wide. It looks worse
I
in
can't
the
look
wide shot.
away.
It looks way worse.
I can't stop looking at it.
Oh
Now
my
for-
god.
Okay, I'm actually pretty happy because when I saw myself
can
in
tell.
the monitor before, I was like, man, I got some titties going on. But now that like there's an escape room for them, they look better. Because like I think shirtless, I like Andy. Do I look pretty good shirtless? Thank
All right,
you, Andy.
Can we get 2 pieces of ice?
They're not going to get much harder.
So
Blaine.
So this will put it in perspective what Greg is going through right now. So there's a scene earlier in the short that sets us up where I basically walk in and I catch Blaine in a compromising position where he's got his pants at his knees essentially. So he gets in that position to get his pants at his knees.
Yeah.
But he
He does.
leaves his boxers up and we're shooting him from behind. And I'm in the room at that point in time. I go, Blaine, you're not going to get your butt out? You know what Blaine says? He literally says this. He goes, I'm not really comfortable with my butt on camera. I don't think it looks that good. I'm like, you motherfucker. You're going to put my 43-year-old body naked, covered in goo on stage, on screen, and you're like, oh, I skipped leg day 8 weeks ago. Motherfucker, dude. Wait, is he here?
They brought ice. No, they brought more ice.
Is he here?
Again, I think the cup was this. I mean, as cold as it really. Give me the giant block. Give me that giant motherfucking block. Yeah.
Oh God.
So Blaine, I've learned
Hey,
now
everybody.
Blaine is not comfortable with his own. Oh,
Have you
Jesus.
gotten your tickets for Let's Play Live Chicago?
I think I just heard the ice
I'll be
crack
there.
on your nipple.
Greg Miller, or as they call me, Mr. Hard Nips 2016.
Is it actually hardening them up a little?
I don't know. I think they were as hard as they were going to get before. You tell me.
I've got to do an ad read at some point.
It's so cold and wet.
So
Rub
we
it on
should
your
really
nips.
start a fund to get Greg naked.
No.
Greg, if we raised the 50K,
Yeah.
would you go full naked?
Can I hold my dick and balls and stuff?
Sure.
so much
Sure.
else.
Yeah.
I
think
then
you can-
totally.
Who's gonna stop you?
Can you imagine if
They
we
start shooting people.
if we went home? We're like,
Who's pulling your
Kevin,
hand away?
So Kevin, you're gonna come
Thank
to Let's
you.
Play Live, but you need to block Greg's dick.
No, I'll do it myself.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I feel like it's better. if
somebody
someone else
on
does it.
Twitter, Spencer Roberts says it looks like Greg's gut is about to rob a liquor store.
Jesus.
That is awesome.
It is from Chicago, right? Murder,
50
murder capital of the U.S.
50,000.
It's a serious issue we have
What
in Chicago.
fuddy duddy came up with that? Can a woman get naked?
Well, can you imagine
At the
who,
Chicago Theater,
who
I
caused
doubt it.
this? Like, who was so naked as a male? They're like 50K.
Solid.
I look better shirtless. Let's be honest.
By the way, that shirt was given me today to wear on the podcast to promote.
You're
Well,
a
I mean,
small.
Greg tears
Oh,
out
is it a small?
more
That's
shirts
a
in a
medium.
week than I will
No,
in a
that was a
lifetime.
small.
It's amazing how you can tear out of a shirt. You're incredible at it.
Thank you very much. I've been trying my entire life.
when
like-
you buy a new shirt, do you cut a little snip just
Gav,
in
I want
case?
you to have this.
Oh, thanks.
My nipple hole.
Want to remind everyone, this episode of Rooster Teeth Podcast is brought to you by.
You turn them upside down and you install them. It's easy. We've all done it before. Plus, this is our best chance of getting Watto in a movie.
What? How? No. That doesn't-
Too many storm drains in this place. Eh?
Your Jedi mind
he's like-
don't look at me.
I have a new favorite thing.
Go away, Wargo.
Oh my god.
I can write the scene right
What is
now.
he? What is Watto? What is he that the Jedi mind tricks don't work in him?
It's the whatever race he is. So the
Racist.
funniest thing about this is that back when we were at IGN, we did Lego unboxings for whatever reason, and we would unbox these Lego Star Wars things. Greg doesn't know shit about Star Wars, and so we open it up, and he just chooses like one of the
What is the thing that I can tell you right now what it is. Bernie, look at me. Let me
No,
make eye contact
okay,
with me. Remember in Star Wars, A New Hope,
Yes.
When they fixed
Great
it and they
film.
put
When
all
they
the things
fixed
in.
it.
They put all the things in the
Special
movie everybody
edition.
wanted.
Stop.
And there was like the weird, like, imagine
the dewback.
Imagine
It's
an
a dewback,
iguana
yeah.
blown up, tan.
A dewback. I had one.
Okay.
When a Kenner action figure.
I unboxed the Legos and I found the dewback in there, and I told Tim this looks a lot like what Wada would become. And Tim said, "What do you mean?" And then I went
the
into
evolved
went into a whole thing of like, "Honey, they made me a horse. I'm a horse, honey. I'll go to your mother.
to a Jedi. That
Help
was so
me.
good.
Why don't you help me? I'm a horse.
So he does this whole thing, and it was like one of the best pieces
I
of
was
content.
good to your mother."
Best pieces of content we ever made, and it never went live.
Really?
Ever. Never went live.
I still
And
have the
yet-
outtakes.
Yeah, we still have the footage.
Why don't you put it up?
We really, I don't know, I guess weird.
IGN's very
Yes,
litigious.
but it's one of those things where we have referenced that, or he'll just bust into
Start a
the
GoFundMe.
He'll do the water impression, and nobody knows the source of it.
But they all love it.
You gotta give. I'm sure if
I
you
used
gave
to
the
be a
footage
horse.
back to IGN, they would show it today. Because clearly it's
Yeah,
IGN's
right.
footage. They shot it or whatever.
Yeah, well,
in
show
their
us video
studios.
shots. I don't know.
They use those super hot Lego connections they have.
Yeah.
To get the dewback set. You should give it back to
Funny-
Patrick. I'm texting you a cool piece of fan art that I just discovered.
Sweet Jesus.
Ormingino Omblablato? Was that it?
Pretty much. Yeah.
What's that?
I speak
You know,
Spanish now,
that was,
apparently.
yeah,
Thank
Eva
you.
Mendez's first role on camera.
Oh, was it?
What's that?
Did not know that.
Eva Mendes.
In
Oh,
which
Patrick,
movie?
it tells me that you don't exist.
There's a thing right there. If you look right there, Bernie,
the Miami,
What?
Wild West?
if you look right
no,
there,
the Miami music video.
or right there, it tells you where to send it.
Oh, very cool.
Control at roosterteeth.com.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I'm sorry, this is my first time on this show. Do we not say control at roosterteeth.com?
I mean,
Is that a bad email to
from
say out
next week
loud?
on,
I'm
I
going to
guess
send
we
this
don't.
to you before it completely gets destroyed. They're taking down the signs right now.
they both took down both email signs. That was the best thing I've ever seen. And then I was throwing them across the room.
I just thought it was okay
I like
to say if you have a
5
funny
seconds is now like so many minutes of work for
if you
someone
have a funny
else
gift to
set up a
send,
new
send
email
it to
address.
control at roosterteeth.com.
Funny
Do you have a funny
Maybe
porn
a video? A video that you think will be
Do you
funny.
have a Trojan virus?
How long would it
To
be?
All right,
control
I
at
sent it to you,
roosterteeth.com.
Patrick, so good luck with that.
That's the last email you'll ever receive at that address.
And,
First and last.
and Patrick, just to make sure that you get it, I will also send
For
it to
your
your...
next signs you put up, say, don't read this on the fucking air, all right? I don't know.
What else do you want to
Patrick,
read?
don't worry, I'll also send it to your phone
your
number,
phone number, Gavin?
512...
Oh my god.
Well, that was good. That was a good email address while it lasted.
Oh, I wish we had a camera pointing that way. That was phenomenal.
Yeah, they tore all the signs down. They're all gone.
They were
I'm
furious.
really sorry.
No, but
But Patrick, I'm sorry.
furious.
I'm sorry, Patrick.
You
Can I get a
broke
thumbs up or a
glasses.
thumbs down? Can I get
Nah,
something?
he's not giving you anything.
Oh, it's the middle finger. Middle finger. He gave me the middle finger.
Hey,
I
that's the
deserve
thing that somebody
that.
sent to me, is
it's
podcast
wicked.
in Rick and Morty style.
Oh,
that's
see,
great.
that was totally worth blowing up your email address that you can never use again.
I liked what they did with the
How the tables
portal.
on the piss?
What does he call it? What does he call his gun? It's not a portal gun, is it? What does he call it?
Oh, I don't remember.
Do you watch Rick and Morty?
Yeah.
Fucking brilliant show.
Dimensional something?
There you go. Dimensional something.
You should all go watch House of Cosby's.
The House of Cosby's is the real winner.
What's House of Cosby's?
It's the guy who does Rick and Morty. His first series he ever did was House of Cosby's, and it's this it's a 5-episode run. No, 4 or 5 episodes on the web.
Get there.
Of it's from Justin Rowland, and the idea is that there's this fan of Bill Cosby who takes the Cosby hair and makes clones of Cosby because he wants to hang
This
out
was
with
back
Cosby.
when he was cool.
Exactly. This is before the whole
Cosby
He's
thing.
a monster. But then at episode 5 or 6, depending on what I just told you, he gets a cease and desist, so he has to stop doing it. But it's really, really good.
It was one of those videos that came through and IGN stopped working that day because everybody gathered around your desk is just like we're watching.
Well, it's 'cause it was
the
old as
entire
shit.
series of House of
It was
Cosby.
old as shit, and yeah, I was like, "You've never heard of House of Cosby?" I thought it was like one of those. I'm usually late to internet.
I
stuff.
think I've seen this.
Oh, I'm sorry,
brilliant.
you know everything, Bernie.
No, I'm just saying. Listen,
It's cool, no big deal.
Playing
Just
along.
finish the podcast by yourself.
Just break something on your way out, Greg.
So
He
upset.
threw a PS4 at this.
I didn't
I'm
throw
sorry that
a
I keep
PS4.
saying control at roosterteeth.com. Do you have a nude of your girlfriend? Send it to control at roosterteeth.com.
Send us Tim's Twitter accounts that he follows, where
Please
they
do.
only cover the nipples, apparently.
They do. You know what I'm
they?
talking about.
That's Instagram.
Here's the thing. You're
That's
here acting like you
Instagram.
don't know what I'm talking about. Everybody
don't-
knows
I
what I'm
really-
talking
let's
about.
Instagram.
Everyone knows what Tim's talking about.
That's
Yeah.
all of Instagram.
Yeah.
Tim Gettys.
Can I get the
I'm gonna see who we-
Black Thunder?
I'm going to see who we follow.
Has anybody registered gregsnips.com?
No, I think
No, there's like,
GregMillersNips.com. I think.
really are like
GregMillersNips.com.
4 GoFundMes for you, though.
I'm gonna look into it.
I'll look it up. Well,
You're
it's
looking
about
at
we're getting pretty close to the wrap up time.
Tim is
Thank
following
God I gotta
640 people. That seems respectable.
Plus, I gotta help these idiots over here set up a new email address and
Do you think
signs
Tim
to say,
follows you,
"Don't
Gus?
read out control at roosterteeth.com."
Yes, he does.
I do.
All right. Well, it's time to wrap up.
Who do you think is the last person at Rooster
So-
Teeth that Tim followed?
Want to thank everyone for watching.
Absolute last.
Andy Cortez.
Oh. If you have a podcast theme song, send it to podcast@roosterteeth.com. It's right there. Speaking of email fuck ups, our email fucked up. So if you sent us one recently, please resend it. There was
But
a problem with
you
it.
can cut out the middleman. Just go to control at
Do
roosterteeth.com.
not do that.
If you want,
send your podcast theme to podcast@roosterteeth.com, and we might use it in an upcoming show and put your name
we
in the
should
credits.
make one, Greg. We should make a Rooster Teeth.
So thanks everybody for watching.
It's
We'll see you guys next week. Greg Miller and Tim will not be here. Tim is welcome back. Greg is not.
Let's Play
but
Live
you can see
Chicago.
them at Let's Play Live Chicago. Go to roosterteethlive.com.
If you raise
and pick
enough
up a
money,
ticket.
you see these big beauties.
Do not
Is
raise
that what
any
you
money.
want to
Do
see?
not do that.
Is that what you want to see,
I
Chicago?
mean, you've just
you
given
sick
it all
fucks?
away for free already.
You want me to fucking stomp on your nuts, Chicago? I'll do it.
What? All right. Thanks for watching. Bye.